time on her watch and saw it was 3 o'clock. Maybe, if it didn't take too long to get to the house, she'd have enough time to unpack and hit the beach for a quick swim. Of course, she first had to find the house. Carrying her 2 duffel bags over one shoulder and a suitcase in the other, Emily left the ferry. Once she was on the dock, she walked in the direction of the street where she could see there were taxis waiting. Already, a line was forming, and by the time she got to the end of it, all the taxis were gone. Usually, Emily was a patient person, but today, she couldn't wait to start her summer vacation. She wanted to have some fun. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw a taxi turning the corner at the end of the street. Leaving her spot in line, she waved at the driver, rushing toward the taxi at the same time a plump redhead with shoulder-length curls did the same thing. They reached the back door of the taxi at the same time, their hands both reaching for the door handle. "Flip you for it?" the redhead asked. Emily wasn't a person who liked confrontation and always tried to come up with solutions to problems. "How about we share?" she suggested. The redhead smiled. "Sounds good to me." After loading their bags into the trunk, Emily and the redhead slipped into the air-conditioned interior of the taxi. The cool air was a welcome relief from the hot, sticky weather. "Where to first?" the driver asked. 101 Saxon Lane, Emily said, wiping away the beads of perspiration on her forehead. She turned to the redhead. "What's your address?" "The same as yours!" the redhead shrieked. Emily couldn't believe it. "Are you spending the summer on the island?" Emily asked. "In a summer house?" "Yes!" "Me too." "Hi, I'm Dawn Weston." "Emily Benson." "This is so cool," Dawn gushed. As the taxi pulled away from the curb and into traffic, Dawn started chattering nonstop, telling Emily all about herself. She worshipped the Jonas Brothers and had seen Twilight 5 times. She loved soap operas and hoped the house had a TV because she couldn't miss Days of Our Lives. She liked all kinds of music and had brought along a bunch of CDs. She would be going away to college in the fall, but she had no idea what she wanted to major in. Listening to Dawn's chatter, Emily felt her nervousness slip away. She liked Dawn. She liked her a lot. It was going to be fun spending the summer with her. Hopefully, the rest of her housemates would be just as nice. As if reading Emily's mind, Dawn said, "I wonder what our housemates are going to be like." "We'll know pretty soon." Dawn offered Emily a stick of gum and stuck a piece in her mouth. "I hope the guys are cute. It'd be nice to have a summer romance." "How many are there?" 3, I think," Dawn said, blowing a bubble. "That's what the real estate agent told me when I asked. Our other 2 housemates are female. With my luck, they're going to be knockouts like you, and I'll be the invisible girl for the rest of the summer. Want to make a bet?" Emily couldn't believe what she was hearing. She didn't consider herself a knockout. She knew she was pretty, but she wasn't the type of girl who turned heads, not like the cheerleaders and more popular girls at her old high school did. "I'm not a knockout," Emily said. "When was the last time you looked in a mirror?" Dawn asked, her voice stunned. "You've got blonde hair, blue eyes, and legs that won't quit." Emily blushed. "I'm not a knockout, Dawn, and looks don't really matter to me. Mine or anyone else's. When I get to know someone, it's what's inside that matters to me. And I'm not really interested in having a summer romance. All I want to do is have fun." "You don't think guys can be fun?" Emily was starting to suspect that Dawn was guy crazy. "Of course I do. Look, I'm just saying that if we decide to have a summer romance, it might be better to do it with someone we're not living with. That way, if things don't work out, we're not stuck under the same roof with that person." "Good point," Dawn agreed. As they drove to the house, the sky suddenly became dark. The sun disappeared and thunderclouds filled the sky, ominously.